What's this? You just got quoted $70,000 to detail your aircraft, and they need it for a full week. That usually means one thing: the aircraft hasn't been maintained consistently. That's exactly the problem the JetGlow Orbit program solves. Hi, I'm Chris Ibbon, founder of JetGlow. I'm also a pilot, and I've spent 34 years in the United States Air Force working around aircraft. So airplanes have pretty much been a part of my entire life. Over the years, I've seen a lot of different ways aircraft have been maintained and taken care of. But one thing that's always stood out to me is this: aircraft are incredibly advanced machines. Every system on the aircraft is maintained on a schedule: engines, avionics, flight controls. Everything has a maintenance cycle. But when it comes to the aircraft's exterior and interior condition, it's usually handled in a very different way. Most airplanes just get washed once in a while. Maybe someone calls a detailer when the airplane starts looking rough. Then eventually, you end up doing a big restoration when oxidation, contamination, or wear has already taken hold. That cycle, it's expensive, it's inconsistent, and honestly, it's completely avoidable. That's why we built the JetGlow Orbit program. Orbit is really about one idea. Instead of waiting for an airplane to look bad and then fixing it, we maintain the aircraft's condition continuously throughout the year, the same way every other system on the aircraft is managed. So everything starts with what we call the baseline reset. This is where we bring the aircraft up to JetGlow standards. We do a full exterior wash and decontamination. We remove belly contamination and exhaust residue. Landing gear and wheel wells are cleaned. Windows are restored for clarity. Brightwork gets polished. And then we apply protection to stabilize all the surfaces. Inside the aircraft, we go through the entire cabin. Leather is cleaned and conditioned. Carpets are extracted. Cockpit surfaces are detailed. Plastics are restored. When we're finished, the aircraft has what we call its JetGlow baseline condition. From there, the airplane moves into the orbit cycle. Throughout the year, we come back on a scheduled visit and maintain that condition. Some visits are focused on exterior preservation, like dry washes, removing contamination, maintaining gloss and protection. Other visits focus more on the interior, refreshing leather, cleaning high-touch surfaces, maintaining the cockpit and the cabin areas. The goal is simple. Instead of letting contamination build up over months or years, we deal with it as it happens. About halfway through the year, we perform what we call the mid-cycle enhancement. That's where we bring everything back to peak presentation again. The aircraft gets a full wash. Protection gets refreshed. Gloss gets enhanced. Brightwork is touched up. Inside the aircraft, we condition the leather again and deep clean the interior. It keeps the aircraft looking exceptional throughout the entire year. Later in the cycle, we start focusing on environmental exposure, UV protection during the summer months, deeper contamination cleaning when needed, and preparing the aircraft for winter conditions when necessary. All this is done on a structured schedule, so the aircraft never falls into that heavy restoration cycle. At the end of the year, we perform the annual condition review. That includes a full wash and inspection of the aircraft's exterior. We evaluate paint condition, brightwork, clarity of the windows, and inside the aircraft, we inspect leather, carpets, and other wear areas. The client always receives a full condition report documenting the aircraft and any recommendations going forward. Every visit is documented. We record the services performed, the technicians involved, and the aircraft's condition. That way, the client has a complete record of how the aircraft has been maintained. And at the end of the day, an aircraft is a multi-million-dollar asset. Waiting until it looks bad before taking care of it just doesn't make sense. The JetGlow Orbit program keeps the aircraft protected, maintained, and looking exceptional all year long, because every flight deserves a JetGlow.